coaches are facing now?
Well, you know, Kevin, for me, it was always just that mental grind of thinking that there was an answer out there that I wasn't finding, that we had one more thing that maybe could unlock better performance. And you think about the game 24/7, where sometimes the best way to come up with those answers would be to get away from it.
And recently, MP came out and stressed that he doesn't take these rivalry games too lightly. Winning these games is a big-time priority for him.
And I like the fact that MP set this goal. Not only does it serve to light a fire under his teammates, it also connects him more deeply to the fans because we know how much they care about beating their rivals.
A look at the Bulls' starting lineup. Kobe White is out there with Josh Giddey. Then there's Hardy. Then there's Reed. And it's Booz Ellis in at the small forward. And now, let's send it over to Hall of Famer David Aldridge, who has a report on MP.
Thanks very much, Kevin. We know that everybody knows the history between these two teams, all those knockdown, drag-out battles. So I asked MP if he was going to take the high road tonight and try to stay above the fray. He said just the opposite. These guys always show us disrespect. We're going to grind it out and teach them a lesson. Get your popcorn ready. Kevin.
I've got it right here, D.A. I'm going to start chopping it down. Familiarity, though, right? Breeding contempt here. And that one falls for Clark. Stan, for 4 seasons, you were the head coach of the Detroit Pistons, and we were just talking the other day, what a great sports city Detroit is.
Oh, I absolutely loved my time in Detroit. I've still got 2 kids who live in the area, and great sports fans. Hardworking people that really value hardworking teams, and if you are one, they will be behind you all the way.
Here's Hardy. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Now Ivy, with an average of around 19.5 points a game. His scoring has been a constant for them. The 3. Booz Ellis grabs the board. Bulls have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And the basket is good.
Well, Giddey loves to finish strong inside, and he knows how to take advantage of his size.
Cunningham passes to Robinson Earl. To the wing right side. No good from Clark.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss. Well, he knew he had the size advantage to dominate the defense there. Go right at him.
Cunningham looking it over. Inside, here's Ivy. Pass to Robinson Earl. Hits it from 3-point range.
Yeah, a natural scorer. Ivy is developing into a tremendous playmaker.
And here's Hardy. This game an incredible scoring display for him. Here's White. And not gonna go. He misses the first attempt on the night. Bounce pass from Cunningham. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. The shot by Ivy, no good. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Chicago. They trail by 1. Right wing, trying his luck from deep, and he drains the 3. Good-looking shot there from Hardy. Hardy's got 7 points.
I mean, a 6'8 playmaker. Giddey is a point forward, and he piles up the assists.
Here's Ivy. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Pass to Hardy. A 3-ball. Sinks the triple. Hardy's got a couple of threes now in the first with the Bulls.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
And here's Ivy. 1:39 left to play in the first quarter. Off target from three-point range.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Cunningham against White. Pass to Hardy from beyond the arc. Rebounded by the Pistons. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
And being slow on your rotations is a killer. There's not a team in the league that won't punish you for that.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mr. Clutch in their last game against Houston lit up the floor. He tallied 50 points, and that was his highest output of the season. Those are eye-popping numbers he put up. Couldn't possibly top that tonight, could he? We'll find out together. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Greg, it was obvious. He was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
And that one's good. Hardy.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Here is Cunningham. He's as potent an offensive player as you're going to find in this league. He averages almost 30 points a game.
Yeah, and Cunningham is one of the more difficult players to guard in that pick and roll.
White with it. Pass to Hardy. With 1 on the clock. And that one released in time, but no good. A good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Bulls lead by 2. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Bulls?
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. The backcourt pair will be Dosunmu and Levine. Hardy is out there with Williams, and it's Walker in at center.
I mean, come on, that's a shot you expect him to make.
So, Stan, let me take you back to the 95-96 NBA season. It was your first year as an NBA assistant. And, of course, the Bulls winning 72 games in that season. Unbelievable.
They were incredible, but one of my great memories in that season, the day of the trade deadline, we sent out 5 guys, brought in 5 new guys. We had to play the Bulls that night. Only one of those players made it in. We had only 8 guys available, some guys who had hardly played for us. Rex Chapman had an unbelievable game, and we beat Michael Jordan's Bulls on that night.
Wow, what a great story. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Sasser. Walker with the rebound. The Bulls leading by 7. In the corner, it's Levine. It's the 3.5. Levine's got his second bucket of the night.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Pistons have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Williams is checked in for Hardy. And a look now at some of the players we can expect to see in this year's dunk contest. Always one of the great events of All-Star Weekend.
It is, Kevin. You just can't take your eyes off it. The ideas those guys come up with, and then the guts.
Entirely new group now out there. Here's Giddey. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Stan, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
But I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama, I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, well, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length, the guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. Pistons trail by 12. Bounce pass from Ivy. Robinson Earl, the pass to Cunningham. Goes up from the top of the key. Chicago grabs the miss. 17 points was their biggest margin. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
And you could sense the difference in energy. They were keyed up, jumping on mistakes. They just outworked them.
And that one's good. Hardy.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Cunningham's size at his position allows him to see over defenders and find his teammates.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now here's Giddey. He's got 5. And that one's good. Hardy. And that's now 20 points for Mr. Clutch. Now Cunningham. He's coming off a 37-point game against Indiana. That one doesn't drop. And so it's Chicago, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. We'll return shortly.
All of them have serious talent, and they have endurance. They can shoot all day, rack after rack.
Yeah, when these guys get on a roll, they don't stop. They pile it on. Now we'll take a look back at that first half. What an all-around performance it was for the Bulls.
You hear that?
Yeah?
That's the sound of the offense. They were absolutely humming.
Kenny, don't ever do that again. Any kind of humming, singing, or harmonizing. You leave that to the real artists, okay? What'd I just say?
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What can you say, Mr. Clutch? An impressive effort here today.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Then it's Brandon Clark. Then it's Thompson. And it's Robinson Earl in at the power forward. And that's the group for J.B. Bickerstaff as we begin the second half.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
You know, Stan, I've always thought that your path, kind of like Billy Donovan's, going from the college game to the pro game, both enjoying success, very, very similar paths.
Except for one thing, Kevin. Billy could actually play. I couldn't. So, you know.
Well, you're not being fair to yourself now. Come on.
Billy was a great college player. And I think, Kevin, Billy Donovan's the most underrated coach in the NBA. This guy's a surefire Hall of Famer. Back-to-back national titles in college. And then you look at the consistent success he has had in the NBA with teams. This guy is as good as anyone in the country, heck, anyone in the world coaching basketball.
Well said. And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Pass to Cunningham. They set the screen. They need this, and he jams it with authority.
Cunningham, a 6'6" point guard, built to operate in the pick and roll.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. From outside the arc, and the Bulls, another three.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Here's Ivy, and it's good, 2 points. Ivy's got his first 2 points.
Oh, interior defense doesn't hold back against Ivy, but he just explodes right by them and gets it to go.
And that one's good, Hardy.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Here's Ivy. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Ivy's got 5 points now this quarter.
And if Ivy can hit that shot with consistency, it really makes him a tough cover.
Hardy, no good. The Pistons have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Cunningham against White. Cunningham's shot is off. Chicago leading by 22. Coach, it didn't take long for Cade Cunningham to establish himself as the leader of this team.
Well, Kevin, he's very mature for his age. He was put in a position with all young guys around him, so he had to step up. And I've never heard Cade Cunningham blame anyone else for the team's struggles. He's got everything you could want in a team leader.
And the short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, Commissioner Silver has been direct. The NBA is hoping for more competitive All-Star games. They've said as much before, but last year's high-scoring All-Star game did foresee the league's not-so-subtle move to cut down on foul calls and allow for more defense overall. They are trying to get it right. Kevin?
And it couldn't be a great game without defense, so we like the direction. DA, thank you. Pass to Clark. Cunningham outside. Shot clock at 6. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Giddey. Giddey's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. It's White on the wing. He's covered by Clark. Here's Reed. It's rebounded by Robinson Earl. Robinson Earl's got his 4th rebound in this one. Thompson in the corner. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Giddey's got rebound number 5 here tonight. To the inside, Hardy. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Asar Thompson. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And we're also seeing a lot from them at the arc in this one. Tonight, it's been all about that 3 ball for these guys.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Simone Fontecchio. He's checked in for Brandon Clark. McDaniels comes in for Jeremiah Robinson Earl. Holland, he's checked in for Asar Thompson. And Marcus Sasser subbed in for Cunningham. Williams, he's checked in for Chicago. Look here for the Pistons. Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Fontecchio. Jeremiah Robinson Earl comes in for McDaniels. Thompson, he's checked in for Holland. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Marcus Sasser. The Bulls also changing it up. Hardy comes in for Williams, and it's Williams in for White. Well, Stan, as a former coach, I imagine it has to be hard for you to watch basketball as a fan.
Well, it is. It's very hard, almost impossible. I'm almost always watching from a coach's standpoint, an X and O standpoint. But I will say, even when I was standing on the sidelines, NBA players are so good that you have fan moments even while you're coaching.
It seems like every game we see something we've never seen before, right?
I can remember turning around to my assistants and saying, "Can you believe that?"
So the Bulls 5 right now. The backcourt pair will be Dosunmu and Levine. Williams is out there with Hardy, and it's Walker in at the 5.
And this is what the coaching staff loves when they watch Clark, wanting to improve his shooting off the catch.
Well, he's been dialed in. Very efficient here in the second half.
Pass to Robinson Earl. Pistons passing it around. Thompson finds Cunningham. Clark sets a screen for Cunningham. And it's off from three-point range. And so Levine will bring it up now for Chicago. Outside, Walker. Here's Hardy. No good with the triple. Detroit's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the 4th.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for Chicago.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Mr. Clutch.
Yeah, you know, he was a man on a mission in this one. The defense had absolutely no answers for him tonight.
5 on the clock. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. The wing jumper off target. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Dosunmu, the pass to Hardy. It's rebounded by Robinson Earl. And here's Cunningham. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance.
Okay,